tonight at Echo Base TV, where community happens. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight at Echo Base TV, where community happens.
Welcome back, guys, to another EBN Cast, episode 6. And our special guest today, Paulie from the Latino Slant. What is going on, brother? How you doing?
Oh, hey.
There he is.
Sorry, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
All right. What's happening?
Not a whole lot waiting on. So Jonas is going to be late. He's got a repair guy at the house, and
Okay.
Mike should be here in just a minute. Of course, our other panelist here, that's here every week, Loki from Loki's Mornings of Mischief. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing better than I was last week. So sorry I missed last week. It's great to be back here. I'm feeling better, but still kind of rebounding. But thank you so much for having me back on, brother.
Yeah, anytime. Glad things went well and that you're making a good recovery. So what's been going on in your neck of the woods, Paulie? What have you had going on lately?
Oh, my God. It's the new year, right?
Yeah.
And, for some reason, let me check my audio. Yeah, I mean, everything's working. I don't know why I can't really hear myself. Let me see.
Oh, can you normally hear yourself when you're...
A little better. There we go. I just want to make sure I hear myself so I'm not screaming.
Gotcha.
And I can
Like
relax. Yeah, Happy New Year to you, Nick.
You too, brother.
Yeah, been really busy with the channel and with our website. We officially have launched. So, our thelatinoslant.com is now reviews, movie and TV opinions, and writers, all that stuff. So yeah, just we're coming in hot.
Yeah, and you had a GoFundMe that you started back at the end of this last year too. That you ended up reaching your goals and everything on that, right?
Yeah, and that is on the site as well. It's our book, the novella I wrote, 38 pages. I got all the books here at the house, and now I'm just doing fulfillment on my own. So every week I'm mailing off a dozen here and there. There's like about 100 of you guys all together that help the campaign.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. I mean, right now the majority of my work is just it's all on me. So
Yeah. Yeah, we did we did a Blu-ray campaign project for our sequel trilogy documentary, and which we actually haven't made we didn't really make any money on that campaign at all.
Right.
But what the cost covered was basically a few member things, and we still got a lot of Blu-rays left. But I did the same thing. Once I got them all, I did all the shipping myself, and it was kind of a long process, but it saved me a whole lot of money from having to get somebody else to package and ship and all that. So I just did it all on my own, and it was very time consuming. Getting there, all the addresses, writing them down, running to the post office.
Yeah, we did create labels. So, my mother helped me out with creating the labels for all you guys. That's huge. That's huge. But I am signing everything. So
yeah. Me and Coach did the same thing. Yeah, we signed them, and then we got 4 that we did giveaways for, that we got mine and Coach's signature and Doomcock's signature.
Neat.
So, and we gave those ones away. We didn't sell those ones. They were giveaways for our members. So yeah, it was fun. We still got some left. At some point we'll open it back up, and we'll actually make money on the rest of them that we sell. But we're just holding back, and we'll open it back up once the channel gets a little bit bigger and stuff. But Loki, what about you? What have you had going on? What's been going on in your neck of the woods?
We've been burning it down, brother, Monday through Friday. As always, we're going to have a great late show tonight that you're always invited to. Doors always open to you and Paulie and these wonderful guys that kick butt and take names every week on the YouTubes and everything. And it's been fun. It's been a crazy week. A lot of drama this week on the interwebs, if you guys keep track of any of that. A lot of drama.
Yeah.
Now it's going to...
There definitely has been. And the first topic of today that I'm going to be hitting on, like I said, Mike and Jonas should be along shortly, and we'll get to them when they get here. But Paulie, basically kind of how the show works here is me, Mike, Jonas, and Loki all come with a topic that we want to talk about. So, a lot of times, during the week doing videos, there'll be a lot of drama news or hot topics and stuff, and maybe there's something that one of us wants to hit on that nobody's really talking about that we're interested in. So nice. Everybody kind of brings something to the table, and then we have a rotating special guest in every week, and you basically just sit back, relax, and give your thoughts and commentary on different topics that we hit.
Wow, I feel so lucky, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. So everybody here in the chat, thank you for being here. Remember, there's 4 ways you can support us here at EBN memberships, Jedi Masters, get EBN coin, and then EBN Grandmasters, you get a coin and a free t-shirt from our merch store. Patreon is also a good way to support us. We've got Reacher going up over there, our reactions to that. I got the next 3 episodes almost done editing, and we'll get those uploaded today and scheduled out. And then, of course, Coach designed and did our very brand new merch store, and you can find links to all that stuff in the description below. And then, of course, Super Chats. If there's something that you guys want to hear our thoughts and opinions on, Super Chats is a good way to also support us and get a topic that you're interested in mentioned here. So let's see. Let me get rid of this screen here. And Mexican Iron Man has made it to the panel. What's going on, Mike? How you doing?
Thanks for having me. Sorry I'm late. I was in a meeting with clients.
Andre?
I wasn't gonna dox him, but yeah, it was Andre. But yeah, I wasn't gonna dox him, but okay.
Yeah, I just saw your message in private chat. But yeah, all good, brother. So first topic of the day, we're gonna go ahead and kick this thing off. Let me go ahead and share my screen, make sure that my audio is actually selected this time. So I don't know if you guys saw this week. John Rocha, formerly of Collider, going off and having a little rant about people that had some criticisms for the Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy hire. So I'm going to go ahead.
I swear to God.
I'm going to go ahead and hit this. There is some language. So if you got kids around, definitely plug their ears. So
N-O-N-O. No.
So here we go, guys.
I swear to God. Men, reach down into your pants, find your fucking balls and your cock.
Oh my.
And be okay with it. We can take a woman directing a film in Star Wars and live. We're all gonna fucking survive. I swear to God, you guys want to come off like you're tough motherfuckers and you're a bunch of wusses. Finally, a woman gets to direct a theatrical feature in Star Wars with Rey, with other women leading the way. And there's nothing fucking wrong with that. I swear to God, men, reach down into your pants.
It's just replaying after that. But so, yeah, so John Rocha, formerly of Collider, had a little bit of a meltdown over fans criticizing Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy. Now, for me, I think what he's failing to realize and understand is that nobody's complaining that it's a woman that's being hired. I don't care. You could have a full production crew, staff, writers, directors, producers, make them all women, but they should be, at least familiar with Star Wars or have, a history of, doing sci-fi stories or directing, big movie projects. She's literally an activist and has just literally done documentaries, never went to film school or anything. So a lot of people were, that's basically what their complaint was. It wasn't the fact that it was a woman at all. Nobody really cares about that. It's a whole lot of other things and other things that she said that makes people sit back and go, I don't know if this is the best hire for, the next movie in Star Wars. But anyways, that's my thoughts. Mike, have you seen this? What's your thoughts on this?
I did, Nick, and I got to tell you, I really think that what you need to do is look in the mirror and you need to take a hard look at yourself, bro. And you need to man up and you need to look in your pants, Nick. And I think if you've got a problem, Nick, with what's going on with Star Wars, Nick, I think you got to look in the mirror and you got to man up.
Yeah, that's the thing.
If you need to go to U-Haul and rent some nuts for the weekend, you got to go to U-Haul and rent some nardos. As we say in Spanish, the correct Latino term would be nardo, I think.
Yep. Toxic masculinity, toxic male over here. That's all I am.
So I didn't know that beta ass biatches could be so angry. Is that what happens when beta ass biatches try to act like they're actually alphas when they're like, is that like maximum white simp, white knight attitude or something? I don't know.
I guess so. And the thing is, I don't know what posts or videos he might have seen to make him think that people were having meltdowns or being triggered about a woman being, directing the next Star Wars movie. Because that, like I said, that's literally wasn't the reason behind it at all. I think he just failed to do his own research.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. But I think, the reality is that for him to take such a strong position is very much, it's even worse than being like kind of beta boy about this stuff or soy boy about this. What it is basically taking a strong stance that what Disney's doing is right, taking a strong stance that the direction of Star Wars that they want to go in terms of storytelling and directors is right. You know, and what you've done many times is I've heard you've done it with Tom and all other guys on other channels is you've added up how many times they've announced projects, not had those projects, announced directors, fired the directors. They've even, I think I heard you and Tom talking like you guys, like when you got into it, you're talking about, I think on one of your shows, I can't remember, I think maybe it was Mr. H, I don't know where it was, but I saw you guys get into it and like how there were even projects that they're in the middle of either development or done and ready to go to, and then they still got fired.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's happened tons and tons of times.
yeah. So I have a problem. You know, I'd actually like to hand the baton over to Paulie because you know, from one of the things I've always respected about Paul is that he's really good about like people's body language. Like when he and I have talked about many things over the last few years, Paulie, you've always been great about talking about like people's body languages and what they're really saying, and you know, you notice things a lot. And when you look at this guy in his rant and he's raving and going off like this, like what stood out for you? Like, what should we be seeing and looking at when a guy? Because I just find this reaction be completely out of left field.
Yeah. Okay.
Had
Few
you seen this
things.
before today, Paulie? I'm guessing probably so.
I have. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen and I've seen some really good critiques of it.
Yeah.
Which
I watched
which
Anna, that Star Wars girl, did one on it.
yeah, which is fair because that's how it is. So okay, whenever you say like, man, you know, I'm just punk rock, I'm just this, I'm just that, you're usually not. And this guy, yeah, I don't buy any of it. I don't buy any of it. Reach down into your pants. I mean, what's wrong with the guy? He's responding to, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, a female super chat, a chat from from one of his own audience who's a female.
Yeah.
Paid him money to say, hey, you know what? I think that Chinoy lady is got to go. So not only does he goes on this rant, but he's attacking one of his own in his audience. Good
Wait
job.
a minute, that response was off of a super chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, he's yelling at someone that just gave him money.
Two different people that gave him money, like, you know, 10 and 15 bucks. So now here's another thing is I haven't met him and I haven't spoken or met officially him in person. I've been in the same room with him as far as a professional setting.
Yeah.
Okay. He ain't a tough guy. Give me a break. Give me a break. Right. I don't want to come off as a tough guy, but you all know how I walk. You all know how I operate.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, why, you know, what is your, you know, so it's just an act. This whole thing's a silly act. And I don't know if he's grandstanding for, you know, his lady or for it's so weird because he's attacking a woman who gave him money. So that's a lot of strange stuff going on there. You know, I'm not a fan. I don't follow him. I don't, and nothing personal against the person. I just, stuff like that, I just don't even subscribe. I don't follow. I have not. And having met him in a professional setting, seeing how Homeboy operates and maneuvers, I'm like, all right, yeah, I know these Hollywood types.
Yeah.
That's it. You know,
he seems like one of those people that you would be in the same room with and be like, yeah.
I mean, it's pretty obvious what his motives are. You know, me and Romy are pretty good about that, maneuvering in the business like we do. Like,
so what is that motive? What is that motive?
The motive is just trying to get ahead. You moving on up, and you know.
And I guess it's virtue signaling. He thinks he's going to look better, or
just to keep the access, just to maintain that access. You know, that, you know, trying to stay in that club. Yeah. You know, we have seen, from actors to producers, we have run into people that, whether they're talented or not, whether they're working or not, is how they treat people. And I've seen how he treats people in person. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I haven't hardly seen much of him since Collider days.
Yeah, so I've seen how he treats people who might be important to him.
Yeah.
And then people who aren't. right? Like regular people, like, you know, like you should treat everyone good, right? That's how I operate. It's like, you know, if they disrespect you, then it's like, all right, cool, you know, later. Yeah. But, you know, men and women that operate, and they're not exclusive to Hollywood. It's just that they're, you know, we run into them all the time. It's unfortunate. They give a bad name to real people that work in the business, and we want nothing to do with them, and we don't. Absolutely not.
Loki, thoughts? Had you seen this before?
Let's go to the tail of the tape, because this guy smells his own poodoo. That's all he's good for, is smelling his own poodoo and acting like he knows what's going on. He's waiting for those tickets to Disney Star Cruiser. He just doesn't know that it's closed because he's not in this fandom. He has no idea what's going on. So let's go to the tail of the tape of who this director is and how she got this job. Back 2004, Reinventing the Taliban. She directed that. True Stories, one episode of True Stories. Saving Face, she directed that. Ho Ya Queen. Man, I'm sure that Disney saw that and was like, she did Ho Ya Queen. We got to get her in here. Song of Lahore, Three Brave, A Journey of 1,000 Miles, A Girl in the River, Three Bahadur, The Revenge of Baba Baba Doobadoo. I don't even know how to say that. Student Athlete, Three Bahadur, Rise of the Bobby Dobby Doobadoos, Freedom Fighters, Sitara, Let Girls Dream, Fundamental Gender Justice. And then 2 episodes of Miss Marvel. Oh, 2 episodes of Miss Marvel means that she is qualified to direct a brand new Star Wars motion picture, not an episode, but a motion picture coming to a theater near you. Her qualifications are garbage. She's never really done anything besides her own activist bullshit and 2 episodes of Miss Marvel. Give me a break. This should be like, you know what? We're going to Scorsese. We're going to Favreau. We're going to all these people that have made legendary films. And you know what we want you guys to do? We want you to make a Star Wars movie. But you know what? They're not going to do that because it's all trash, and they've already run it into the ground with JJ and that baby face that's on the Gerber bottle, roundhead Ryan Johnson. They already screwed it up, and now they have no one but these activist women that are like, I stand for the Taliban, to come in and make a Star Wars movie. Disney has made this their problem. It's their ship to sink, and it's already going down. The rats are already leaving the ship. They don't want anything to do with it. They're just going to blow money, and they're going to lose money. This is going to be the biggest bomb in Star Wars history. The only thing that may prevent a complete break in the Titanic where it sinks immediately is you're going to have a Grogu movie. So then that's not even the topic here. This is going to sink them. The Grogu movie may stave off complete flooding and destruction and the ship breaking in half, but it's going to happen as long as they keep making decisions like this. And as you guys have said time and time again, how many directors have they fired in the last just 10 years? How many have they let go? How many of them have they replaced?
Tons. It always seems that there's a project or somebody attached to it in some way, shape, or form. The different creative differences or scheduling didn't line up. It's always some sort of weird thing that, you know, where they're just off the project or the project gets shelved, you know. And then they announced this, you know, the movie with her and, you know, with the Rey thing. And then after the backlash of that, then they just drop on the Mando Grogu thing on their website.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah,
there's a lot of different arguments that Loki brings up, which are real good and sound arguments. But going back to a Homeboy, Loki, what's your thoughts on Homeboy? Because you're saying the tail of the tape, but what about Rocha? And it is Rocha, by the way. It's not. Homie doesn't even pronounce his shit right.
Yeah.
Oh, Rocha can kiss my ass and go and smell his own poodoo. That's what he can do. He's only out. He's only out.
Maybe I missed that at the beginning of your argument.
Kiss that brown round at Disney.
Mr. Iger, sir, can you please bend over? I can't get my nose that far up your ass without you bending over. Thank you.
Yeah, he definitely was unhinged. Jonas, you got here late, so everybody
sir.
welcome
Sorry.
Jonas to the panel here. What's going on? Everything good on your end?
Yeah, everything's good. Just had somebody I had to get out of my house.
Oh no.
Sweet. Well, you missed the hot topic at the beginning of the show, so I'm not going to replay the video. It was
that the number of F-bombs exceed Jonas's annual limit.
Yeah.
3 minutes.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, so I was like,
I noticed
wow.
it got changed to poodoo after I got on air here. So
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, guys, let me go ahead and hit we got a couple super chats and member chats here we're gonna hit, and then we're gonna go move on to Jonas's topic of the day. Nighthawk has become a YouTube channel member. Hail to you, Nighthawk, and welcome to the EBN member family. One Punch Man token fan member for 1 month. Didn't actually put anything in there, but hail to you, One Punch Man token fan. If you meant to type something in there, just type it in regular chat.
I think that was a member milestone chat. Yeah, those are just a boom. Let me tell you how long I've been here, chats.
Oh, okay. Nighthawk, member for 2 months. Love this channel. Keep up the amazing work. We will do our best, Nighthawk. And then Graph Web, the most consistent man on the internet, for $2 super chat, hashtag cancel Disney Plus. And you guys can get your hashtag cancel Disney Plus.
You talk about consistent. That guy Grafweb just leaves his credit card just like on the counter at the bar. I mean, it is just consistency.
Yeah,
I did that a few months ago. Actually, it's been several months now as far as canceling the Disney Plus.
Oof.
Ooh.
And for me, that's like I consider myself the positive holdout of this group here.
I canceled it before Paul got here. When Paul's like, "Hey, you don't have Disney Plus?" I'm like, "Nope, cancel it." He's like, "How can you cancel it? You're Midnight Edge." I'm like, "Bro, I canceled it."
Yeah. Yep.
GraphWeb and everybody else, thank you for the support. This super chat video is for you. And then to our new member of the EBN member family, this video is for you.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Turn up the heat and it's getting ready to pop.
Devora White. I love that little actor back in the day.
Yeah. All right, Jonas. What do you got for us today?
I'm sure everybody knows it, but I'm going to say it anyway. That Chris Gore and Alan Ng, they are killing it over there, and I've been keeping up with them because they're doing the D Files right now. First one came out talking about the firing of John Lasseter. In the middle of this delayed the next segment of the D Files, but I got this. Someone from the WGA, I think actually several people from the WGA are reaching out to Chris and Alan and talking about this checklist that went out. They're wanting people to quantify all of their immutable characteristics, everything about them, so that they can classify whether or not they should be put in for certain jobs. They want to know if you're white. They want to know if you're gay. They want to know everything about you and who you sleep with, so they can figure out whether or not you can write. So this came out from Anonymous. This was not written by Chris or Alan, as far as I understand here, but it's an amazing article.
Wait, an open letter from. Wait, what is that? Go back up. I want to read the title.
It's from a DGA member.
An open letter from a white writer to the film and TV business.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, sir.
Yes, and basically it goes through a lot of the things that we might have suspected here. For the last 20 years, I've been a working professional screenwriter. Between 2004 and 2018, I was sent on hundreds of meetings with some of the best studio executives, producers, and directors in the business. I loved it. It was an opportunity to chat with like-minded people who love film, grew up with movies, and were making them at the highest level. We'd discuss ideas, plot, characters, and their arcs, and who's the audience. Maybe chat about subtext and themes. It felt like an episode of Jon Favreau's Dinner for Five. Hey, there's that name again. Sometimes you would end up getting work. Other times you made a great connection. Everyone was intelligent, film and TV savvy, and had a deep understanding of the business side of the industry. In 2019, things started to change, and quickly. Here's the checkboxes that they have been asked to fill out. This is just starting with sexual identity. After that, they...
Can you zoom in on that a little bit? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. All right, continue.
Yeah, and there's several pages of these here. I'll zoom in on the text as much as I can here. Suddenly, subtext and themes became the main point of discussion. Discussing a project or IP, the first question in every meeting became, "What can we say with this project?" or "What can we teach people with this story?" Plot, character, and audience were now secondary and sometimes not even discussed. I'm not going to go through every aspect of this, but here is the. I guess I'm just skipping a paragraph here, which leads us to the next point. The reality is that for the past 5 years, white, straight male writers and directors with experience and successful track records have been sidelined. We talk about it over coffee or after screenings. We've essentially been told that because of our race and gender, we need not apply. At one point, my agent told me they couldn't put me up for any open writing assignments or TV staffing jobs because the execs only wanted to hear takes on the material from BIPOC or female or LGBTQ writers. Some shows even started instituting staffing quotas that 40 to 50% of the writing staff had to be people of color. So
wow, what a freaking joke!
Yeah, there's more here, and I guess I'll send the link to Olaf if you want to put it out there, because I think people need to check this out on Film Threat. But I just want to point out here that diversity, definitely not a bad thing. But when they go to this aspect of saying we are not going to hire you if you're white, or we are less likely to hire you because of your race, that's where I get very uncomfortable, and also it's probably unconstitutional. So just bringing that one out here.
Yeah, that's literally illegal. Last time I checked, to discriminate against any race or gender or anything like that. I mean, I guess if you're in that industry, though, I guess you can get away with a lot of that stuff. Now, I know Paulie knows a lot about the industry and stuff. Paulie, what are your thoughts on this? Had you seen this from Film Threat yet?
I did, and I'm probably going to dissect it and talk about it maybe in a video or live. But this just speaks to the complete disaster of the history of hypocrisy and racism in Hollywood that has long existed, and now it's the same but run by white liberals who haven't a clue as to even if their intentions are good intentions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're being nice. The other side of it is that they're ushering just their own political and social agenda. So it's probably a mixture of both. But at the end of the day, a couple things pop out is that there has for decades, and this is the Writers Guild of America, right? It's separate from the studios or how they run things, and whatever you've heard or whatever this writer has, and I'm sure that this writer is legit, and as far as what he hears from his agent managers, you can't, that stuff on paper is like, oh, we're only hiring 40, 50%. We're only gonna listen to pitches from people of color. None of that is ever on paper. You can't, like you said, there's no way you can say that.
Yeah.
But here's my thing with that is a lot of these studios have had diversity programs for decades, meant to foster writers and directors. And it's more of and that's been going on for decades. Mm-hmm. So that's more of a direct, line to those communities, which I always thought were interesting. But what I've always only seen is maybe a showcase here and there that really does not go anywhere. It's a showcase for the studios to say, hey, look, we did this People of Color showcase, and they do it CBS used to do it once a year, and I even I knew the gentleman who ran it every year. Guy is a great writer. He actually wrote on In Living Color comedy show, back in the day. So that guy actually, cut his teeth, and every year would train these new writers and directors. Here's the thing, right? And that's just that. Let me just use that CBS diversity showcase. Maybe a couple of those actors get jobs on their shows. Maybe long term, very rare. Because you really can't push a talent like that because they're either going to take off or not. But as far as writing and directing, even more rare. So how is this supposed to compensate? It doesn't. It doesn't. What you're actually doing is you're actually punishing people who happen to be Caucasian. I don't care what whatever it is. You're punishing them for being talented. That is absolutely doesn't make sense, but it does make sense in Hollywood because they what they continue to do and continue to show me is that they only care about holding on to their creative control, creative power, which is what are we getting out of that? We're getting a lot of garbage. So yeah, Nick, that's when I saw this, I'm always reminded about those diversity showcases that these are big time studios put their money and their time into. It's like, where are they? Where are those writers and directors? Did they, did Ava DuVernay come out of that? Who came out of that? What's the success of that? As opposed to this punishing, writers, and mind you, writers who work their ass off to get into the Writers Guild, who got to pay their dues, who got to pay this, but pay that. This is how you're treating them? Get this garbage out of there. There should be only one question in the questionnaire: is, are you a good writer? That's
exactly.
It's fascinating you say that, and I think maybe the crew itself might be the least known as far as when somebody walks into a movie, the writer of the film is so far down the list on what the audience is going to be aware of. So like, why are we putting more barriers there? Even though it's probably the most important building block, maybe even before you get a director, because if you've got great material, then it'll attract a good director. Barriers put on writing in particular, that one bugs me because it's such a great metric of quality. If that is good, then everything else can follow suit.
But JJ, they won the Diversity and Inclusion Sundance Film Award 2 years in a row.
They're doing something right?
Yeah,
winning that.
Actually, the last time I got a race-based award, I think it was the Gringo Alert from Latino Slant. So
that's right. I have a new one now. It's called the Cracker Count.
Oh, sweet.
Ooh, I will have to get in the running for that one.
Yeah, as christened by Film Threat and Mexican Iron Man.
Oh, wow.
You know how like
get the running for that.
The Golden Globes were like, giving the awards out, and it's like, oh, they're giving it out to a lot of white people. It's like, well, that's just who the best is this year, So we had a joke going on while the Golden Globes were going on. Like, what's the Cracker Count now, Paul?
I'm offended by that word, Paulie. Cracker.
Yeah, cracker.
Mike, have you seen this? What Film Threat's doing? Do you have any thoughts before we move on?
I heard there was something like this coming out. I hadn't seen this thing in particular. This is pretty appalling and insulting, and I don't mean Paulie in the good way. Let me go back and show you what pisses me off the most. Can you go up to even there's like, are you under 50, over 50? What does that have to do with anything, Jonas?
Oh, the age group.
Yeah, they even have like, what is it? You're a writer. Either you can write till the day you die or you can't.
Yeah, that's what, writers over 40, writers over 50, writers over, what's the last one? 80?
I don't know, but what does that matter?
Yeah.
I mean, what does any of this stuff matter? Write a good script, get it out. And I think the thing is that it's absolutely tragic that experience and hard work and mentorship. I'm going to go take a step further. If I'm going to go a different direction. One of the best things that ever happened to me, I wouldn't say very, look, I'm a pretty successful accountant with my own company.
Mhm.
One of the best things that ever happened to me is the mentors that I got. Newsflash, they were older white guys. 2 of them. The third guy was a guy from the Middle East, but basically a white guy, a European guy who happened to be his nationality was Lebanese, but he was a white guy. Very British, how he dressed, how he acted, and so forth. All right. If I'm going to be successful, you could have, said that you're setting up this program for brownies to be accountants, or, maybe even come up with a cute name, teaching brownies how to be better bean counters. You know what I mean? Brownies to beaners, we could have called it, to like take little brown kids and make them great accountants someday.
Bean on Brown initiative. Yes.
Yes, there you go. The brown bean counter initiative.
Yeah. Bean on Brown.
Loki is so uncomfortable right now, Paulie. He's like, get me off the show.
Good. Now
No, I'm not. I'm the one who calls you a brownie.
Now he knows the pain of my people.
But my point is that if those 3 guys in my life don't take me underneath their wing, regardless of race, regardless of background, regardless of socioeconomic status, which I came from a super broke ass background, like super broke. Like we were literally broke, like 8 people in the house and, tortillas and eggs all the time and, a shitload of canned goods and a ton of ramen. If those 3 guys don't mentor me and they don't see past the color of my skin to see the character that might lie underneath, how am I ever going to become great? And now I've grown up. I'm older, obviously, a lot older than Cinco de Mayo some days. And I look around and I got all these clients that rely on me and my expertise. And if those 3 guys don't mentor me, there's no me. And that's sad. That's sad that in Hollywood that this is happening. And then what it does, like use Paulie's language about well-meaning white progressive liberals or something, however you said that, Paul. Well-meaning or not,
right?
Progressive
like
liberals.
if we're given the benefit of the doubt, their intentions are well-meaning.
Let's say the ones whose intentions are good, the ones who aren't, whatever, however they end up on the spectrum. Actions like this destroy the potential hope of a colorblind society where people achieve based upon merit and not based upon the worst of what we might find, with a glance of the eye. So that's very sad and disheartening that this is existing in Hollywood.
Yeah, and just to add to that, Nick, that's why I brought up that those showcases that the studios were putting their money and time in, because the showcases brought writers and actors who had no experience, like other than just trying to get into the business, pounding the pavement. Maybe they have an agent, maybe they have a manager, working with a mentor.
Right.
Absolutely. Freaking-lutely. That mentor I was mentioning, the one who became a writer in Living Color, he's written Dr. Quinn. He's written episodes in Spanish for telenovelas. He happens to be Mexican American, but he is a giant of a talent. I mean, if just like what Mike's saying is that you just soak up. You want to soak up everything, their knowledge, everything that you can with your mentors, and hope for the best. But that takes work. I think what they were also talking about is like there's a certain timeline. You put in years as a nobody assistant, as a gopher. You put in years as a PA. You put in years. You get into a writer's room, man. That's like you're part of the court. You're part of the court. And then you keep playing. And again, Gore said is like you also got to be connected to hits. Like it's great to be in the writer's room of like The Sopranos, as opposed to Echo.
Right.
So, but again, just what listen what we just said, right? How the F are you going to put that in diversity boxes? You can't do that with talent and experience. It just doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
And that works both ways. Because if it wasn't for Mike, there is no Stone Loki still on the internet. I hate to
Uh-huh.
break it to everybody,
Yeah.
but without Mexican Iron Man, I'm not here. I'm not where I'm at right now. I'm probably living in my car down by the river where Mike always jokes his van is. It works both ways, ladies and gentlemen. When he talks about,
Yeah.
you know, being poor and eating ramen and canned goods, that's where I was at
I've been there.
3.5 years ago. And I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if I was going to be living in my car. If it wasn't for Mike and his skills and what he taught me and how he led me to where I'm at, I wouldn't be here. Plain and simple. So it works both ways.
Yep, absolutely.
You know, another thing I'll add here is that there's a certain amount of not having made it yet that forces you to hone your craft. Like the Beatles, when they came over to the United States, they were this, okay, who are these guys? But in reality, they'd done like 3,000 shows in Hamburg. You know, they were also apparently a bunch of young men over there, like, you know, hanging out in nightclubs and dating strippers and things like that. But they get over here to the United States and they've put in all of this work, and then they come out fully formed after they've put in the work. I think when we accelerate the process because of someone's immutable characteristics, or if we just say, okay, well, this guy is such and such's son or daughter, and we say, oh, well, they're going to be amazing because they have this leg up. I think that robs them of a lot of that time to contemplate what they're doing and hone their craft too.
No.
So it's in some ways it's a disservice to be put in the spotlight before you need to be.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. And the Beatles thing you brought up remind me of a similar story with Dave Matthews Band, which is one of my all-time favorite bands of all time, where they were trying to get a record deal, and they were sending their demo and stuff to several different record labels, and they got turned down left and right. So they just went and started touring and did a lot of college campuses, fraternity, sorority stuff, and all up and down the East Coast, and got so big amongst the college crowds that the record labels were starting to come to them. And now they're one of the biggest bands of all time. But yeah, another good example of that. But yeah, that's the world we live in, unfortunately. Real quick, Mexican Iron Man has gifted 5 Echo Base Network memberships. Hail to you, good sir. Mike, you didn't have to do that, but we appreciate the support. And welcome to all the new EBN members. This video is for you guys.
And just so everybody knows, it was Rogue Thinker, Keely Chow, Sinister, Marcus, Wojciech, and Breezy's Comics and Collectibles. Those are the 5.
Hail to you. Welcome to the EBN member family. Every last Sunday of the month, me and Coach do a members only stream on Sunday afternoons. So I hope you guys will join us for that. Stay tuned for that. And then
Wait, that's not a super. Oh my God, I didn't mean to start that. Shoot.
Yeah.
Doggone it. Loki's got me so brainwashed in the head. I accidentally started a freaking.
What did I do?
It was a joke about. Okay, it says things Michael Bay should direct. I put my mouth where it says I can just imagine the explosions as Mexican Iron Man jumps over the ladies' balconies.
Yes.
I accidentally started that. Jesus.
And you know what? We all laugh at Michael Bay, but the man can shoot. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. Yeah, he can. And then Donna Hergenrether also gifted 5 Echo Base Network memberships. Hail, Donna Hergenrether. She's been a longtime member and supporter here at EBN. Actually jumped in on Pop-Ins last night while I was on a work call, and I came in right as she was leaving. And it looks like Joe Toonhammer, James Kling, Akeem Arthur, Paul Anthony, Project Cambrian, all got those gifted memberships. So hail to you, Donna Hergenrether, for that generous support there. And also MKB became a YouTube member. hail to you. He has joined Padawan level. Like I said, member streams Sundays at the end of the month, last Sunday. So hope you guys can make it for that. Welcome to the EBN member family. This video is for you guys. All right, Stone Loki, you are up, brother. What do you got for us today?
All right. Well, see, there's this guy named Benny. Really cool guy. You might recognize some of his work. He has got another campaign where he's been kicking butt and taking names, guys. And I wanted to bring this to your attention because we are promoting more and more of these smaller artists that have done really, really great work, but haven't gotten the attention that they deserve. We all know, you know, the EBSs and all the other stuff of the world, but these are some guys that have done some really, really great work. And I want to show you a piece of Nick will recognize this. Look at that.
Oh, Spawn.
Former lead designer for McFarlane Toys. He's got a huge campaign going with his art books. He's got back issues of the original art books that he does. I can throw a link out here in a minute.
Yeah, I actually am adding you as a moderator, Loki, so that when we're doing these, if you got links and stuff you want to post, and
Okay.
Jonas, as soon as you type in chat, Jonas, I'll add you as a moderator also. So if you got links to share, especially for the article you just pulled up, you can go ahead and post that.
Will do.
Oh, and he's got it. Olaf Band S, dude. Thank you so very much. Olaf's already got it in the chat.
Sweet.
He's already shared it. He beat me to it. Thank you, Olaf, brother. You are kicking
Hail
butt and taking names.
Olaf.
Hail Olaf. But this guy's got so much good work. I want to show you really quick. I'm going to hit on his thing here, and hopefully it doesn't. We're going to
blow me up
there?
while he's doing that.
No, it's still on that. Okay. So we'll just look. He's got multiple campaigns going. So he's got 7 campaigns of different stuff. We've got the art, we've got art books, we've got different stuff. He's done Justice League, Avengers. Check that out. So we'll scroll down here and look at some of his work. He does sketches, he does designs. Look at that. That looks absolutely.
Oh, it won't let me blow you up, Mike, when I'm sharing screen. Here, hang on one sec, Loki. All right, Mike.
Boom! Look at that. Through the woods. Mexican Iron Man's got it.
Oh,
Mexican
sweet.
Iron Man's got it.
So this is by the same artist?
Yes, this is by the same artist. He's got multiple campaigns going. I've had him on the channel before. Vinny's such a great guy, dude. There's no drama. There's no BS. He doesn't have a huge ego. He just wants to share his work. He's such a great guy, which is why I wanted to bring this to your guys' attention today.
Wow, that looks awesome.
No, his artwork is super solid, sick.
So is he like part of Comicsgate, or is he kind of solo doing his own
No, he does
thing?
his own thing. He's not a part of Comicsgate. He does his own thing. He tries to stay out of all that because he just wants to bring you guys a product, and he does not start selling until the work is done. Who else does that sound like?
Oh, Eric July.
So he does not start selling you the stuff until he is done with the work. It might not be printed yet, but he's done. So he doesn't bring it to you. He doesn't sell it to you. He doesn't make you some kind of promise.
Oh, nice.
He doesn't go, oh, I'm working on this book. Please fund it. It's a lot like what Paulie did. Paulie had the book ready. It was ready to go. He just had to have them made. It's the exact same type of deal. Vinny is such a good guy.
And was the name of that book They Call Me Charleston?
For
that's
Paulie,
mine.
yeah.
That's mine. Yeah.
Paulie's book.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Fulfillment is being done now.
So there's some, let's see, look at that Justice League. You've got Deadpool. You've got Wonder Woman. You've got the Hulk.
Man here.
Oh, these are all covers that
Yeah, these are all covers. Savage Wolverine. This is all stuff he's worked on. Spider-Gwen, Action Comics 1000, Civil War 2. So he has done such. He's got 2 other art books that he's selling that you can get in this package. So if you want all 3, there's $75 buy-ins, $5 off. You get 6% off. You get all 3 art books signed. And this is some really, really great stuff. So you get this one, you get this one, and then you'll get the new one that this page is directing you to. So he's got other books: City of Venus, Through the Woods, Shadow of the Kraken. You like pirate adventure? Boom, you got one. Shadow of the Kraken. You got Through the Woods, which is almost like a Wolfman type story. And you've got City of Venus, which is more sci-fi. He's got all kinds of stuff. And here's his promises. No risk to you as the customer, because the book is completed and ready to be printed. It just has to be funded. So as soon as his stuff is funded, it's off to the printers. There's only 4 or 5 days left in this campaign. So if you guys want some badass art books, this is where you get it right here.
I'm actually logging into my Indiegogo right now and saving this. There we go. Yeah, I'm getting that first that one right there. With that cover.
There's 4 days left for this campaign. So you got 4 days left.
Yeah.
He's already
getting that one.
He's already over his goal by 544%. But these are works of art. You're not going to get these anywhere else. And these are smaller creators, which is what I am now focusing on backing. I love a lot of people's stuff. I backed Eric July. I have backed Ethan Van Sciver since day one. I have ordered everything Ethan has come out with, sometimes 2 of everything Ethan has come out with. But now I am focusing more on promoting these smaller artists that haven't had their due yet, that are coming out with wonderful, wonderful stuff that needs to be recognized. So thank you guys.
Absolutely. Yep, I got it on here. I'm getting that. I'm gonna order this this one with this girl on the cover right here. Jonas, are you into much of the Indiegogo side of things?
No, I'm too poor. All my kids take all my money, so I got to maximize on all that stuff.
Paulie, have you heard of this guy, The Art of Vinny?
No, I haven't. It looks cool. I've bought a couple things over the last few years. Eric July and Mandy Summers, people who I've met, So yeah, it's great. It's great to help and support. That's why, and it's the only reason why I felt comfortable, launching mine last fall, and it was a rousing success. All thanks to a lot of you guys.
Yeah, we had you on promoting it, and got a lot of backers on that stream, and we love helping out our friends here on the YouTubes. So guys, link is in the chat if you guys want to check that out. And since Loki brought this up, if you guys want to talk amongst yourselves, I'm gonna go grab something because I got something I want to show you guys. I'll be right back.
All
right.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for looking at that and just considering. Even if you didn't buy it, thank you. Thank you so much for considering it, taking a look at it, and taking the time. Because I don't usually bring stuff like this to you guys, but I really wanted to after the week this week, and watching people go after each other and artists trying to cancel each other. I'm just like, you know what? We need to be promoting the people that are doing the work and not causing drama. And from this point forward, that's where I'm going. Anytime I back somebody, I want to make sure that it's not drama-filled BS.
All right, so I was saving this for a special occasion, but since Loki brought this topic up,
is it plutonium?
Do it right now. So I've had this box.
Yeah, I've got one. A big toy one. I've got the big toy one that has all the statues and toys in it. Still haven't opened it.
Yeah. So yeah, I have not opened this yet.
I did, Olaf. I did get it. Thank you, brother.
Wow. So this is Ethan Van Sciver's Cyber Frog. Let me.
Did you get all of them or just the one? Yep.
So the one good thing I will say about EVS is when I backed this, I only backed the book because it did so well. I got all everything other than the book itself is all added bonus.
Yep.
Cyberfrog keychain, which with my green screen, it's hard to see. Rainbow the Brute sticker, then another Cyberfrog sticker there. Pack of cards. Looks like there's probably, I don't know, 10 or so in there. And then here, holy, wow. So I got 4 covers.
That is a sick cover.
Yeah, it is.
Wrecked Planet. Love it.
Yeah, and then let's see. It's another one. Then I got this in there.
How big is that guy? Is he like Godzilla sized or?
No, he well actually yeah, actually I think he is or close to it. But yeah, I've had that in the box for a minute and had not opened it yet because I was saving it for special occasion. But since Loki brought up the Indiegogo stuff, I was like, hell, I'm gonna go ahead and open this up right now on stream. EVS does great work. I know there's a lot of drama going on with him and Yellow Flash and Young Ripper and all that. But and I love all those guys. And
It's really sad to see. It really is sad to see it. They've almost disenfranchised me because I love these guys' work and I want to support their work and I want to keep buying their stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, can you please act like an adult for 5 minutes?
Yeah. Yep, definitely. Liam Lionheart, Horror Reviews, member for 9 months. Hail to you, Liam. Good to see you. All right, so with that done, we're gonna hit our last topic of the day. Mexican Iron Man. What do you got for us, good
Well,
sir?
I'm gonna bring the mood up like a few notches here because Mexican Iron Man has exciting things to share today.
Ooh.
Now the question before I go there, we have to say, is Mike being serious or is not being serious? We were about to find out.
Exactly.
Good news, guys and gals and ladies from around the globe.
Yeah. You know what?
news.
You know what the funny thing is, Mike? Last night when I was trying to think of a topic for today, this is what I had picked out. So before when I got up today and I was looking at the little doc that we got and seeing what everybody had, you had it in here. So I was like, crap, I need to change mine.
Top Gun 3 is in the works at Paramount, as reported by Variety and other news outlets. Tom Cruise may be headed back to the danger zone. Paramount has tapped Top Gun Maverick writer Aaron Kruger to work on a script for a sequel to the action blockbuster, according to a knowledgeable insider. The studio is also hoping that Top Gun Maverick director Joseph Kosinski will get back into the cockpit for another installment in the series, which would potentially see Cruise's younger co-stars Miles Teller and Glenn Powell return for more high-altitude excitement. Discussions about the new script began late last year, which means like, what, a month ago? There's still a few hurdles to cross, with Cruise and company needing to sign off on the final version. Gee, that would be a couple really big hurdles. A spokesperson for Paramount declined to comment. Well, let's talk about the good side. The good news is that this film did incredibly well. Domestic box office of $718 million, international $753, for a total worldwide box office of $1.47 billion.
Did I?
I think it did more than all right. I think it did more than
That
all
movie
right.
was freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's the most important part. Is like, okay, there's some movies that have made above $1 billion, and it's like, why did this make above $1 billion? This one getting it, that's awesome.
So what do you guys think about this? Because I have a second story we got to get to in short order right after this, because I'm not going to give you just a little bit of good news. Mexican Iron Man's bringing all kinds of news today. What do you guys think? Paulie?
Go shoot, Paulie. Thoughts on this?
Cool. I love Top Gun, love Tom Cruise. It looks like it's still a long ways away. If they're just being tapped, that means they just signed a deal to start writing. So depending on schedules and how that goes, but seeing what Cruise, as far as his production schedule is, this is great. I'm just like, I'm really interested in when are we going to see Dead Reckoning Part 2. So that's, but this is cool. Thanks, Mike.
Yep. Yeah, I'm excited. Yay. I'm excited for this. I love Top Gun. I love fighter jets and all that sort of stuff. Iron Eagle is one of my favorite movies, and I actually like it better than Top Gun. And I catch a lot of flack for that too, but I freaking love those kind of movies. And Top Gun Maverick, seeing that thing in the IMAX, wow. What they did in that movie was, awesome. I absolutely loved every second of it, and I'm super excited for Top Gun 3. Loki, quick thoughts?
Paulie, Mike, and Nick know this. I grew up in a Navy family. My dad was a pilot. He flew on and off aircraft carriers. So at least 5 or 6 times a year, we would sit down on Friday night and have pizza and watch Top Gun. And enjoy that movie. I've been waiting for this movie forever. Top Gun 2, give us a Top Gun 2. And I didn't think it was ever going to happen. Yeah. I hope if they're going to do this, they do it right. And they got to bring it, because there's a lot of people that waited their lifetime to see a sequel. And I don't know if they'll all go back. I hope they do. Yeah. I hope they do. I hope it's even bigger than the second one. But they got to do the right, and it's got to resonate with the audience to where everybody's saying, go see Top Gun 2. Go see Top Gun 2. We've got to go see Top Gun 2. Because there were a lot of rumors and BS before this movie came out, and a lot of stuff where they were saying, oh, he's never going to get in a plane again, and da-da-da-da. And then we saw this awesome trailer where he's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. They have to bring it, and they have to bring it like they brought 2. I will definitely go see a third Top Gun.
Same. Jonas, thoughts? Top Gun 3?
I think it's awesome, first of all. And, according to everything that's been being reported, Tom Cruise was talking to Warner Brothers as early as February of last year. So all that situation with Dead Reckoning not hitting, I don't think Tom Cruise took that lying down. I think he was probably looking for ways to fix that for whatever his next film is. Obviously, there's something going on with talks between David Zaslav and Paramount.
Yes.
So I don't know how this all plays out. Apparently, Tom Cruise is going to have offices on the Warner Brothers lot. So he's a very busy man. And I just, maybe this is a crazy idea here. I wonder if Tom Cruise is going to be in charge of Paramount on some level here within the next few years, because the way all of this is going.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Olaf, really quick, Mike, Olaf said, I hate that they used the F4 Phantoms as Russian MiGs in Iron Eagle. They used F5s in Top Gun as MiGs. So neither one of the movies, in the original Top Gun and the original Eagle, neither one of them used Russian MiGs. They both used American aircraft that were repainted.
So
yeah, in Iron Eagle, they used F-21 Kafirs, which is an Israeli jet as a MiG. All right, Mike.
I was going to say, so I'm going to hold on my other news story because we're already past the top of the hour. I'll save it for next week or see what comes up. But I do have something to share on the way out the door, which Mexican Iron Man has been given exclusive first look at the future script of Top Gun 3.
Really?
Wait, say that again.
Mexican Iron Man has breaking news on what could be, possibly be, the future script. Now, in the first Top Gun, we're on an aircraft carrier. In the second Top Gun, we achieved levels in space and we were traveling at Mach 10. Well, Mexican Iron Man knows what the script is going to be for this one. In Top Gun 3, we have developed a new advanced intergalactic fighter aircraft. Maverick returns to test out our intergalactic space fighter. And here's what happens. Why is Mav called into? Well, there's a special UAP task force. And inside the government, Mav is recruited into the UFO task force. And in response to a threat from interdimensional demon aliens that are attacking the planet, Tom Cruise has to take that fighter and take the fight to the interdimensional demon alien race. And who does he team up with? Guess? You ready? Wait for it.
Mexican Iron Man.
He teams up. He teams up. He goes straight back into Santa Monica, right back to the Church of Scientology, and he teams up with the Scientology aliens, and they form an intergalactic Earth peace force to defend Earth against the demonic UAP aliens. Thank you.
Sign me up for that.
Sounds absolutely dreadful.
I was over here thinking you were going to pitch a script for Mexican Iron Eagle. So
there you go.
That would be a great straight-up.
I actually thought you were going to say he's going to achieve New Horizons with Jennifer Connelly. Then I'm in.
Yeah, she's a little outside my dating range. She's a little older, so.
Wow.
She is married.
With that, we are done for today.
Yep. Thank you to everybody for all your support here, guys. Go around the room real quick. Paulie, tell everybody where they can find you and what you got coming up.
Yeah, it's right there, thelatinoslant.com. And then we just put up our review of Echo.
Oh,
oh my.
And I didn't write it, so but that's a sign of a good editor. I'm not gonna censor the guy. And so that's popping, and I will be on Salty Nerds podcast tomorrow.
Ooh.
Oh
yeah,
that's what they're called, right? Saturday morning. They hit me up to be on there, and I'm like, oh, what time do you guys do it? I'm normally not up by that time, but I'm gonna try to make it at some point in time over there. Love those guys over there.
And thanks for having me on, Nick. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, absolutely. Loki, tell everybody where they can find you at.
You can find me over at Loki's Mornings of Mischief. I do a morning show at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday. We also do a couple of late shows during the week. We've got one coming up tonight at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Nick likes to pop in every once in a while. Sometimes we have Mexican Iron Man. Sometimes Paulie comes in and harasses everybody in chat. We like to have a fun time and a great time and just kind of kick our boots out. Look at Paul.
Wait, hold on. Don't be throwing that little passive aggressive like out there without me saying something. And, the thing is, everyone takes advantage of my kindness, but I can sting you guys like the best of them. Love you, Loki.
Love you too, brother.
Jonas, let everybody know where they can find you at. What you got going on?
Oh, yes, sir. It's been a crazy busy week over on That Park Place. We're covering Disney, and things are they're just crazy. In fact, last night we weren't going to record anything else, and then Pixar, this story came out from TechCrunch and Reuters saying that Pixar is laying off 300 employees out of their 1,300 total. So that is massive, and my heart goes out to all the people that work there, despite some of the issues we've had with the content coming out of there. I'm also, some sources have reached out on how that could be handled. If you're Pixar and you happen to be listening to this, we're going to have some stories on that Park Place that might be of interest to you in how Disney handles layoffs and trying not to pay severance to their employees. So you might want to pay attention to that Park Place for that.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys should definitely go check them out. Again, links for everybody's stuff is in the description. Mike, what do you got going on?
Mexican Iron Man is still in trauma from what he saw of Echo. I'm still not being Mexican. Okay, I don't know where my sombrero's at. Being Mexican, as we know, I'm half Spanish, half Native Indigenous peoples. Mexican Iron Man is currently in a battle within himself. He's not sure if he is like hates Echo more from the Native American side of himself or the Spaniard. Like, I'm not sure if the oppressed brownie in me thought this series sucked, or the Spaniard racist conquistador in me. But either way, both sides of me still think Echo sucks. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
That's hysterical, man. That's Nick. That's what you call brown on brown crime.
Yeah, exactly.
within himself.
Mike is self-colonizing.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, okay, half of me is oppressor, Spanish, European conquistador. So maybe I should like it, but I don't because it sucks. And then the other half of me is like, okay, we got our asses kicked, so I really should like this, but it still sucks. So I don't know.
How about it sucked?
Were you about to say something, Paulie?
Nah, let's wrap it up.
Thank you guys for being here. This is gonna wrap episode 6 of the EBN Cast. Hope you guys will join us next Thursday night for our Thursday night live stream, and then again we'll be back here next Friday for episode 7 EBN Cast, where Andre from Midnight's Edge will actually be our guest next Friday. So thank you guys again, and we will see y'all on the next show. Bye, guys.
Bye. Adios.
Coach and Nick from Echo Base Network, thank you so much for being here with us tonight at Echo Base TV, where community happens.